Hello, welcome back to another anime art video. My name is Dennis and I'm a beginner artist, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing this Iran car. I will say, for some reason yesterday, I really do not know what the reason is. For some reason I didn't end up watching the episode, the Bleach episode for today's video. So I didn't actually know what I was going to draw. But my plan was I was trying to get my sleep schedule a little bit better. So I specifically didn't go to sleep because I was watching a bunch of things, and I turned on my TV, started watching, blah blah blah. Long story short, I ended up nodding off, right? Um, I feel good technically right now. Like I feel really good overall. But I ended up like waking up at like around 5, which is actually par for the course for me sometimes, because sometimes I'll end up waking up and being up in my bed at like 10 or like 11-ish, and I'll lay down again, and then I'll end up like getting out of bed around like maybe like 3, right? So it's par for the course, like 2 hours after, for me to end up not nodding off. I think I would say maybe it was around like 11 that I ended up nodding off, maybe 11, 12. I ended up nodding off and ended up going to sleep until 5. So that's like, it's pretty good. But generally, I ended up getting up, and I was planning on drawing. I didn't end up drawing like right away, but I watched a few things here and there. Realized that it's pretty late in the day compared, so I ended up um, doing what I ended up doing pretty late. So I still have to take. I ended up watching the episode and getting the picture of the thing for the episode today. Um, yeah, let's get into this.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough.
All right, I am finished with this picture of this Iran car. Out of all Iran cars, I guess Wanderwise, which is the Iran car that got woken up by the Hogyoku, I guess the reason why he wasn't battling any of the Soul Reapers that showed up on the battlefield was maybe because they weren't as strong as he would have liked them to be for the fight to happen. But I'm gonna say this right now, right? Ichigo fought Grinjao in this episode. Ichigo literally only has 11 seconds to fight with his hollow mask on, right? I don't like it. All right? What don't I like? I don't like the fact that the entirety of that battle revolved around if Ichigo's mask is not on, Ichigo loses the fight. The reason why I don't like that, yes, we did have a representation of Ichigo getting beat up, right? We had that. But the reason why we had that representation was because Ichigo's body wasn't be hit, like the hollow inside wasn't letting Ichigo fight back, essentially, which is something that we've seen Ichigo go through before. But on a side note to that, this episode, Ichigo, he puts on his mask, and let's call a spade a spade. Ichigo doing training with his mask does get him stronger with his mask in the time frame that he can wear it, but it also gets his body stronger because he's fighting people that are stronger than him, right? Generally, that would be how it works. You fight somebody stronger than you get stronger yourself, right? Like that's how it scales in anime. So he gets stronger than when he fought Grinjao previously. Grinjao loses an arm, and somehow Grinjao's base form with a sword. Actually, before he didn't use his sword. The only time he used his sword was when he blocked the attack from Ichigo. But what I'm saying is, Ichigo this time, you would think that he would try and see what he's able to do with just his Bankai. Because Grinjao was like, oh, well, you put your Bankai on. Your Bankai did last time didn't do anything to me. I understand that it didn't do anything last time, but you should be able to compete a little bit better this time. It shouldn't just fall on you wearing your mask to win the fight. This goes back to what I was saying previously about this show's power being inconsistent. How you'll have certain Soul Reapers that don't have a Bankai being able to beat their opponent without a Bankai, but you have other people like Renji and Ichigo that always use their Bankai to beat their opponent. Is that saying that their opponent is so strong that they need their Bankai? Or is that saying that uh the person is so weak because they have to use their Bankai? Like, you're not giving me much room to work with. And I understand right now, Toshiro, I know right now he said that the only way he can fight these guys is if he uses his Bankai, and he is actually getting mollywopped in his Bankai form. But even still, right? Like, come on, give me a break. Like, don't put like too much. Because think about this, right? If Urahara can show up and be able to do damage to a person that Toshiro could only do damage to once he went into his Bankai, what does that say for the two of them, right? Does it scale Urahara to be like, like so far beyond what Toshiro can do? I don't think so. I think if they were to actually get into a fight, I think it'd be a close fight, right? But the show shows us like, oh, this character shows up out of nowhere and starts bodying, right? Same thing, vice versa. These characters right now are losing to these Spadas. I mean, these Arankars. Arankars, Espadas, I don't know which one. They're losing. So if the Vizards show up and start mopping the floor, the general consensus would be, oh, the Vizards are stronger than the Soul Reapers, the majority of Soul Reapers. That would be the box that we're given because we see a captain, we see Urahara, we see Ichigo, and we see the visors show up out of nowhere and be able to beat the enemies that these characters had trouble with. It's a scaling process. You show us something like that, we scale the person to be higher. Like 1v1 battles can be, you can scale 1v1 battles based off of a few things, but power and strength are two different things, right? You can be you can have you can be really strong but not very powerful, right? And I think the difference is, I could be wrong in this, but I think the difference is powerful would imply the general consent, like the general powers you have. Like somebody like Superman, who has super strength, super speed, cold breath, light, laser eyes, blah, blah, blah. He has a lot of power. A lot of power. But somebody like Hulk, super strength. Who wins this matchup? Person with super strength, super speed, blah 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 blah, or just a person with super strength? The strength, the strength. Hulk can be stronger. Hypothetically, I'm just saying, like, he can be stronger, quote unquote stronger, but he's not more powerful than Superman. Which is what I'm like when we talk about this show. That's what we talk about. So the reason why somebody like you watch is so strong and powerful is because of the amount of hacks that he has. He literally can take other people's powers. Like, how much more powerful can you be? You have somebody like Rimuru. You can literally do the exact same thing. He can analyze you, take your powers. He can eat you and steal all of your powers. Everything about you, everything that you were, he got. That's powerful. Put him up against somebody that we think is strong, like Goku, right? Put Rimuru up against Goku. Goku gets washed because Rimuru is more powerful. He has more variety of power accessible to him that gives him the upper hand over somebody like Goku. Goku can be, let's say Goku is stronger, faster, right? Stronger, faster, I'm not going to say smarter because that's not. Let's say more durable, which is not, but let's say he is. Let's say he has all three of those over Rimuru, right? Rimuru can make up for all of his downfalls with his powers. And the reason why is because he has thought acceleration, which allows his body, his mind to process something faster than anybody else can perceive, right? Like, so he can, I think he, thought processing is up to like 100 million, I think. He can process something that fast in his head, right? And he has another person in his head that can process the stuff for him and give him the information. So he himself can process information fast, and he has something in his head processing information fast that tells him the TLDR of whatever it scanned. So both of them are scanning 100 million or a million, whatever their processing speed is. And he also has what is it? Attack prediction. He literally has an ability, attack prediction, where he can predict your attacks. So not only can he analyze a million times faster than you, his body naturally has thought, attack prediction. So if you if you're like, oh well, Goku is just so fast that he wouldn't be able to move out of the way of it. I've had some of the red novel read, and the light novel. I've had some of the light novel read, and we've seen characters that are faster than Rimuru, and Rimuru was still able to perceive what they were going to do and was able to react to it because the perception is there. Like, if I can see 1 million times, if I could perceive things 1 million times faster than you can do them, I win, right? I'm not saying that Goku doesn't move faster than whatever a million, whatever a million would be. But I'm not lowballing what Rimuru can do, right? Like if Rimuru, I'm not like I don't, I'm not a power scaler, so I wouldn't be like directly know how fast Rimuru is or how slow another character would be. But Rimuru is fast. He's fast. Okay. He fought a character that can fight in time. He's fast. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm pretty sure he would be able to react to somebody like Goku. So, those two abilities that Rimuru has gives him a chance to fight against somebody like Goku. Not to mention the rest, the plethora of abilities that he has. He legitimately has a dragon aura that can kill you. It's kind of like Hakai. Kinda. It's an aura that if you're not strong enough to withstand, you will die from it. And if you're going to be like, well, that's in a lot of anime. That's in Bleach, for instance. If you stay inside somebody's spiritual pressure for a long period of time, you die. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Okay? The reason why I say it's a little bit different is because it's a constant damage. Like it's a constant. It's like, it's like having your body corrode. Like if I touch you on your cheek, it starts corroding from that spot. It's something like that. Like so I'm not gonna, continue to go on this tangent or this rant, but I will say that that's where Bleach, like, you would think a 1v1 fight, you can scale characters based on that. This character wins, this character wins. This character has beaten this character, so a character that this character can beat, this character can beat all of those characters. That's how it works. I understand that there are abilities that character has. There are abilities that characters can have that will give them an upper hand. So like there's somebody that in the world that literally has an ability that can make the entire world literally a game, right? I understand that, but like those characters also scale relatively high to the people that they can beat. So like I'm not gonna, Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you didn't. Let me know what I can do in the comment sections to make it better for you to watch next time. The glove is off. Peace, love. Thanks for watching.